Ahoy there. Today on the Red Sea, what positive effects has the quarantine had for you? I have gotten to spend a lot of time with my aging dog. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking every day. Now I drink once a week. Will have to quit after I run out of alcohol. Started exercising, as being out of breath keeps the nicotine pangs away. Been saving a ton of money. I cannot believe how much less I'm spending on lunches and coffee breaks and ticket. Our grocery bill is up maybe $40 a month, but our food budget is easily at least $100 lower a week. I'm one of those people who started to do their balcony. 3 years in a row my balcony was dirty and without any plants. Now I cleaned up and put up some plants and it starts to look really nice. Careful. I started with 2 plants and now it's well over 100. Gardening is an amazing but addictive hobby, but it's the best feeling watching them grow a little bigger each day. Can I just say, never plant your own trees. I'm watching my yearling maples put out leaves and branches for the ones that got eaten, and I feel like a proud mama. Only problem is, I want more ... Loving not having the commute. I can wake up 5 minutes before work starts and I'm fine, and at 5 o'clock I'm instantly home. And you get chores done around the house during the workday, which makes my weekends truly mine. I mowed the lawn at lunch Thursday. Loving this home stuff. No tollway fees. No fast food lunches. Mowed the lawn at lunch too, and it was great. Even had time to sneak in a 10-minute shower before starting again. As a hospital worker, my commute to work is now a breeze. I'm loving not dealing with traffic on my way to my hospital job. But the Starbucks drive-through line is now twice as long. Due to my job and the hours I work, I spend most of my time alone. There are days when the only people I see are the person who worked before me and the one who works after me. But now my roommates work from home and I actually have people to talk to and be around. I feel like it's been good for my mental health. I have stopped wearing makeup and have become super confident in my natural appearance. I'm 30 years old and can only recall going barefaced a handful of times in the last 15 years. My skin looks seriously amazing. And frankly, the full gamut of war paint made me look older than I realized. I think after quarantine, I'll still wear makeup on certain special occasions, but it would not be on the daily, nor as a compulsive. I cannot leave the house without my face cause I look like a troll necessity. Literally same. I have been barefaced for weeks. I put on the tiniest line of eyeliner recently and I was like, damn, who is that? Less is Marie. It's amazing. Over quarantine I have been giving myself a series of mini haircuts. The end result now is phenomenal. I have a custom haircut I have always needed. Now my waves can perfectly dry straight from the shower. I haven't not worked since March 16th. And now I'm a couple weeks away from finishing my first novel. I have had time to learn more about myself. I'm in recovery from alcohol abuse, so after years of numbing myself, I have been relearning how different emotions feel and how I react to those emotions in a safe environment. I also have been doing the same, working with a psychologist to deal finally with my traumas and all the abuse I endured when I was a kid. I honestly feel lighter. I learned how to play dominoes, make mashed potatoes, and cook ribs, all of which I thought would be hard, but were actually ridiculously easy. I do not feel compelled to do any social activities or cut my hair, 2 things that I normally feel like I have to do, but with isolation dictating those things, I finally feel free. While bound at home, I had a birthday in April and it was so freeing not to have to plan something social for it. It's my birthday today and it's such a relief that the only plans are to play video games with the boys. I have been going on daily walks in wooded areas, noticing things in nature I'd never paid attention to before. I feel awful even saying it, but I work in software, so my job and productivity did not change one iota. It took me about an hour one way to get into the office, and it usually buy a lunch instead of make one, though Lord knows I tried. I even subbed to r/meal preps and day without ever actually prepping anything. That counts, does not it? Being home. I do cook a lot more though. My son is also not in daycare, which was costing me like $170 a week. No more gas plus no more going out to eat plus no more daycare plus no more, and I'm tired and do not feel like cooking. Let's just go out equals thousands of dollars appearing into the savings account, seemingly overnight. Where do you live? That daycare is only $170 a week. That's a steal. Not op, but that's about what we paid for an in-home daycare in Scottsdale, as childcare is ducking bonkers. Man, I stay home now because it just was not worth working simply to pay for childcare. The housing, mostly flipper and Airbnb, market has slowed down enough that I might finally be able to buy a house. Even with the slow, it's still a tight ducking squeeze. I have been waiting 6 years. 4 exams in a little more than 1 month. I have only the thesis left and managed to get to one of my dream universities. Yeah, can relay on that. Ducking finally finished my ducking PhD thesis, which cost me ducking 3 years of my nerves, and got that job I have ever dreamed of. Keep going, mate. I had always been overweight, lacking self-esteem, hating my body and myself. Quarantine gave me enough time for a transformation and I started at 78 kilograms and am now 67 kilograms already. I'm proud of myself, and I want to lose even more. I work from home usually, and I love it. But now my wife is also home part of the day, which is really nice. I really do not want her to return to the office. I'm on the other side. My girlfriend usually works from home, so she's not used to me being about, and I'm apparently a big distraction. I keep getting sent upstairs. Not that I mind. Got my computer up here. Decided to paint again. Got a lot of small jobs around the house done. I have been meaning to get to making my 16-year self proud. I have always been a heavy gamer. When I was 16, had time but no money. Then started working and having money to buy a decent PC, but no time. Quarantine allowed me to play all the games I hadn't in the last years. Also went back to learning German. Been mostly good for me so far. Well, it has kept me from getting COVID-19. Also probably kept those of us and our families who have been self-isolating from catching any cold or flu viruses. I ended up quarantining with my boyfriend at his apartment after possibly being exposed, so I would not put my high-risk parents in danger. We decided to move in together for real. Have both been working from home and saving up money, and are looking at the possibility of buying a house. I'm not sure we would have been able to take these steps in our relationship without quarantine. Also, the new hours I have been working have given me the time to see a doctor about a long-standing condition that I'm finally receiving treatment for and going to be going through surgery soon to hopefully fix it. Again, I do not think I would have taken this step if quarantine had not made it possible. My teenager is being nicer than she's been in years. Less stress, fewer ways to escape the consequences of hurting others, reevaluating her life, and realizing we have had reasonable expectations all along. Do not know, but I'm enjoying it. Mine is the same. She says she has learned a lot about herself and has had some things put into perspective. She's exercising. Her room is immaculate, and she is much easier to get along with. I was burnt out at work and with being social all the time, so spending quality time with myself has been great. On top of that, not having time to myself resulted in me not cooking my own meals, and I have gained a bit of weight in the last year. I have been cooking my own healthy meals and going out for long bike rides. No idea if I have lost weight. I get obsessive over the scale. I have been living in sweats and leggings the last few years and decided it was time to put effort in how I look. I have started learning about how fashion works and sold/donated some of my clothes. My room was depression messy and I cleaned it right after my work shut down and have kept it clean since. Actually making more money now and working less as an essential worker with a reduced salary plus unemployment. First couple weeks the remaining workers were still working full time, till the restaurant owners realized we could all be making more and working less. Less risk too, if we hired back a couple friends and filed for assistance. Same, I work from home now and get to stay with my girlfriend's family. Besides paying rent for my apartment and my car payment, there's literally nothing to spend my money on besides video games. That with the stimulus check I finally am saving a lot of money and not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I finally can get a head start on my finances. I'm now excellent at making bread and fresh pasta. I'm a doughboy now. There are no negative effects. I have never been happier. They sent out a work from office vs work from home survey and this was essentially everyone's answer. There's going to be a lot of pulling teeth when they try to call everyone back in. There already is in my husband's office. He is asking for 3 days at home after this. We have 2 kids and 1 on the way. Dropping his commute has made a huge change in my day. We leave him alone during the day and do our own thing, but having him be home right at 5 is amazing. I had not cooked with both hands free in 4 years before this time. I have moved back in with my parents for the first time in 8 years, and instead of it being hell like I thought it would be, we're actually really improving our relationships, and for the most part enjoying spending time together. Might actually have a positive and healthy relationship with my mum for the first time ever after all this. Unfortunately, it is the end of the video, but do not worry, there are many more coming. Like and subscribe for more videos from the Red Sea. Thanks for watching.